Hello, I am Mike of Nearly Enough Dice. This is the Kerbal Space Program. Discovery 2 is floating above Duna. But I want to go to Ike. And specifically, I want to go to Ike in approximately this orbit. So as to get a contract. The only issue that I have is that it's meant to be an unmanned vessel, and this is not an unmanned vessel. So I guess I'm going to have to hope that it will kind of count. If I get everything else and then get everyone out of the ship. So right, so let's get rid of that. There we go. Don't want that. Bring up maneuver planner. Boop, boop, boop. Now I'm not going to just use the node as it stands. Apart from the else, I'm ramming into the ground, which is probably not the best. That's interesting. I was kind of hoping to go a little more up. There we go. Yeah. Her. What I don't want to have to do is a more expensive maneuver later on. If I actually... there we go. Alright, I think I might just have to adjust that. How much adjustability do I have? Got 1,000 left on this stage, and then I've got a whole other stage to play with. For a total of 4,000. I think I've got enough. Alright. So we'll do this maneuver, and then we'll do a refinement is what we'll do. Boop, 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 boop. Turn RCS on briefly so that I'll get to the maneuver node quickly. Might have to take it off again later. So obviously I'm not going to want to keep this particular trajectory, because that will be smashing into Ike, which is not what I want. But I want to get the probably want to maneuver round about here, well, round about there, to refine. But I'm not going to actually add a maneuver just yet, because I've had some weird difficulties. I don't know whether it's MechJeb in general or just Kerbal Space Program in general. But sometimes if I add stuff to the maneuvers, or add maneuvers while MechJeb's playing, bad things happen. Oh, and this warp's going to take a while because I'm probably so low that I can't warp very quickly. That's a little aggravating. That's going to be 3 minutes of warping. Anyway, so if I go and look at Ike, that's not what I want to do. This pink orbit is what I want to achieve, or at least something vaguely resembling it. So I'm trying to do this optional bit. Take an additional vessel, do some altimetry data from Ike. I'm wondering if it needs to be a completely different vessel. Well, to be perfectly honest, I don't really mind. If it turns out I don't get the contract, I don't get the contract. I'm quite happy to just get the scan. Yeah, so it's giving me some apoapses, periapses, and eccentricity and an inclination. So this orbit is more or less a suggestion. I don't need to get that precise. Well, the main thing I don't need to line it up. Like if I line up here, I could have the orbit that going like a completely different way, and it would still work, so long as all the other things match up. Then that's going to be fine. Right, it's still going to be several minutes before. Oh, I love this. Okay, so I'm gonna. I'll come back when it's closer to the actual time of the burn. Okay, looks like we are coming up to. Well, it's 3 minutes on the clock, which should be about 30 seconds. I really hate these low orbits where you can't do lots of time warping. So there's another orbit around Duna which I plan to get to from Ike, and I'm of the opinion that it'll be easier to do this from Ike than it'll be to like go from an equatorial orbit and then change planes and all that kind of stuff. The only issue I have with that is that that may well then make life difficult for me when I want to go home, because that's a lot easier from an equatorial orbit. So what I may have to do is do a bi-elliptic transfer where I have this orbit here, go some ridiculously far out orbit, do my be out there somewhere, do my plane change way out here, and then come back in. Apparently that's a lot cheaper than just doing it manually here. So that could be another entertaining maneuver I have to do at some point. And there we go! How long is that going to be? About 20 seconds. Still got quite a lot left. Oh, that's very loud. And then I'm going to want to put something around here to rearrange my Ike orbit. And just easing our way in. My Ike periapsis is apparently 3 kilometers. Well, just under 4 actually. But I don't really need that right now. Okay, so another Oh, it's still 18 seconds. Oh, it's so loud. It might be the fact that I've got 5 engines on the back of this. I was going to make nukes. I keep wanting to make a ship that really could use nuke engines, but every time I do it, it becomes easier and cheaper to use 909s. Oh, I'm actually going. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's a thing I didn't realize. The MechJeb's transfer orbit I've actually gone completely the opposite way around. So I could have used somewhat less. That's interesting. Oh well. So focusing on Ike, and then we're gonna bring up press SkySc node. I'm gonna see what we can do. That's doing some good. What do I want my parry to be? 375-ish. So I've got plenty here to do. Woo, except if I go too far, what happens? Whoop. Right, that's not brilliant, but it's a lot better than I did have. Ooh, that's doing good. That's doing stuff I want. Now I'm probably going to have to come back the way. Maybe not. Right, let's leave. Let's do that. Let's do that. And that should be what, a 4-second burn. Then I want to adjust when I get there. Well, I'll want to circularize, adjust orbits and stuff like that. Right. So now I'm nicely away from Duna. I can actually do some decent time warping. There we go. Zooming ahead. That's what we want. Might have been able to do it cheaper if I'd done it earlier in the orbit, but nah. Just under 70 delta V. I've still got quite a ton left. So, what have we got here? I'll keep that. Going to do a material study. That is going to mean that I'm going to want to grab that data, and I should have transmitted it. Because that way I can transmit it. Well, I can still do that. I'll do it after the burn. Go up, grab the data, and then do it again and transmit it. Don't want to do that right now because I've got a quick burn to do. I was presumably going to count down to about 2 seconds and then do it. But then I shall send out my scientist, whose name I keep forgetting. If it's not one of the main 4, I tend to forget their names. It's feeling a little bit longer than 4 seconds, but then I think that's just because everything's taking out. I'm not going 1-to-1 in terms of simulation speed. Going to end up with a very wonky orbit around around Duna if I don't get the circularization. Right, I'm going to turn off RCS now, because there comes a point where I find that RCS actually causes problems. Right, so Tamisa. I thought it was something like that. Oh, no. We're going to put SAS on. Where are you going? Why are you wobbling? You shouldn't be wobbling. Oh! Is that causing a problem? Yeah, basically I don't really want to have Taz here having to deal with a wobbly spacecraft. And that's a seismic, 100 seismic. Gonna grab, see if there's anything worth grabbing here. Ooh. Right, so there's no point doing that. Keep the data and then take it. I may already have it actually. But did I not transmit that one? What am I doing? Log pressure data, transmit. Log gravity data. Right, so there's my 1.6 science, which I'll take that as well. All right, now what I want to do is it's a slightly irritating thing. I want to get close enough to I want to get close enough here that I can get hold of the data here. I'm at some kind of weird. I'm at a bit of a weird angle here. This is a bit strange. Oh, there we go. For some reason I didn't think that I could just move the camera. Right, hang on. Now, ideally, I'd kind of want to like the original. I had a ladder put here for precisely this purpose, so I could grab it. But I actually have put MechJeb there, and that's actually a bad place to put it. For some reason I didn't think that I could just move the camera. Right, hang on. Now ideally I'd kind of want to like the original. I had a ladder put here for precisely this purpose, so I could grab it. But I actually have put MechJeb there, and that's actually a bad place to put it. Alright, that'll have to do. And then transmit. And restore. I don't think this is going to help me. I think that's just going to be another copy of data that I've already got, and I can only store one copy of the data. And I might as well get the goo while I'm here. Transmit one more. It's quite inconvenient getting, I need to get quite close to, there we go. Yeah. So this is actually very fiddly, and I could have done with, I really could have done with sorting out this kind of user interface a bit better. Some slight clipping going on there, which apparently we don't need to worry about. That kind of looks like that should break things, but it's working okay. Now I need to get back in there again. Come on. And I want to restore. I got it. Okay, cool. And then grab that one. See, my basic problem is putting the MechJeb unit there. There we go, that's what I want. I wish I'd thought to bring some tools along with me. There we go. If I'd brought some tools with me, I could have moved it. Because Bill there is... Oh, Teresa was not very happy with that. Oh, look at her face. Bill's a bit concerned as well, not quite sure why. Right, so that's that. We're now going to start thinking about getting into... there we go, that's not going to cost that much. What 375. Oh, it's going the wrong way. I want to go this way. No, I want to go. Which way do I want to go? Oh, I'm confused myself. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. That's fine. Yeah. So, I need to sort stuff out. Ah, 375 was in fact the minimum. 380 is fine. I need to do some orbits, and I need to do some scanning, but that there can wait. That's going to be what's going to happen next time. So thanks very much for watching. Please do hit like and subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. Come visit Nearly Enough Dice at nearlyenoughdice.com. We're also on Facebook and Twitter, and until next time, reach for the stars and don't hit the number pad key while I'm in the middle of things.